Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Junior.
And I have no idea what I'm doing with my life.
And we're
The Nerdy Bros.
That's not your best one.
No, that's not my best one. I'm not going to lie. That I was a little panicky about what I was going to say. Usually I can come up with something like seconds before we start. And then as soon as we got here, I was just like, all right, I have the other stuff set up. We've got the episode planned out a little. And then I was like, and I forgot what I'm going to say.
Yeah. Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back, everybody. Not the greatest start.
Welcome back. Hope everybody enjoyed last week's episode.
I enjoyed last week's episode.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was a good time.
We just talked and rambled.
Talked and rambled a little bit. I don't know. I kind of enjoyed the fact that it was literally stuff that we would normally only say at the beginning of the episode, but we just made it super far into, and it usually happens like, I don't know, again, because we don't get as much feedback as I wish we could. It was like nice to, it was nice to see that we got to that point, but most of the other times too, like we'll have like a plan for the episode, and then we only end up doing like the last 20 minutes of what was planned, and then everything else was filled by like everything else that we were talking about. Mm-hmm. So I feel like that one was just finally like, you know what, let's just cut it short here instead of like trying to rush through what we were going to talk about anyways. Which is not bad. It's not bad. It was. I thought it was good. I did get some feedback from longtime friend and fan of the show, my good buddy Joey Orr. Always thanks for reaching out. Let me know that you still listen to the show.
What did he say? I still listen to the show?
No, yeah, that was his exact text. Just every now and then. Well, we usually every couple of weeks he'll text me something like "You're ugly," and I'm just like, "Thanks for keeping me humble, bro." And then and then if it's not "You're ugly," it's "I still listen to the show." That's what he normally says.
Okay, cool.
Thanks, Joey. Again, for all of you that come back listen to the show, thank you for your continued support. And don't forget about merch.
Yeah, the merch in the store. As always, links will be in the description of the video as well as in the description of the episode if you're listening to this.
Or even on the Nerdy Bros Instagram, too. If you...
Yes. Well, I have a link tree now, so that's on the Nerdy Bros.
Junior has an OnlyFans.
Instagram. Yes. It's on, my OnlyFans link is in my link tree. Yeah. It's mostly just pictures of feet.
It's not our feet either. It's just stranger feet.
Yeah, it's feet. It's pictures of feet of my dogs. It's my dog's feet.
Yeah, it's dog feet pictures.
Yeah. So if you're into that,
it's called Only Paws. Yeah. I'm just kidding.
Exactly. Good one. That's a good one.
TM. No, just kidding.
It's OnlyFans, but it's just pictures of fans. I just go to Home Depot and just take a bunch of pictures of all the ceiling fans and shit.
One of the funny ones I've heard is Only Pans, and it's just people showing off pans or new recipes.
Or cooking. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, nice I have a link tree, so all the links will be in the link tree. That's in the Nerdy Bros Inc. Instagram. But yeah, go get yourself a t-shirt or a tank top or a hoodie or
a hoodie.
Whatever tickles your fancy.
Guys, I have a t-shirt and a hoodie, and I enjoy my hoodie. I sometimes wear it. I don't know if I should wear it more on the show or not.
I mean,
I put on the hoodie to just kind of relax at home, and it's actually kind of hot. But it's normally super cold.
I mean, I was going to say, like, that's good. Yeah. Like, the hoodie should be keeping you warm.
It should be keeping me warm. It's doing its job.
All right.
Anyways, you guys, like we always do on this nerdy podcast, we like to start things off with something we call here Junior's Hot Take. And this is part of the episode where I ask Junior about something new and upcoming and see what his opinion on, get his hot take, hot opinion, see what's going on in there. And this week, Disney Plus, I guess technically Disney in general, has been churning out some actually really good. Is Disney Plus original like a correct term? I mean, they're still just Disney movies, right?
Yeah. I said that. I don't think that like every Disney movie would be an original.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you can't be like, this is a Disney original. It's like, it's just a Disney movie. All the things that I would say are Disney originals are like the shows that are on Disney Plus that like probably weren't on like Disney Channel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
Disney Channel still exists for people who still have cable. So like,
I thought it was like Disney XD now.
But whatever, you know, that my point is the channel still exists. So like these TV shows would still be out on other places other than Disney Plus. So like I'm talking about like there was that Jeff Goldblum show, and then there was one with like Kristen Bell that were right when Disney Plus first came out. These were shows that were like originals, and then like documentaries are also like Disney Plus originals. But like
what
movies
Kristen
are
Bell
just
show?
Disney movies.
What Kristen Bell show?
She might have had a cooking show
On Disney Plus?
Yeah.
Like, was she using an Easy Bake Oven like for kids, or was it like for adults?
No. It was like for families, I think.
Oh, for families. Oh, yeah.
I didn't. It was like the parents and the kids.
Speaking of cookie shows, did you ever check out like wasn't like British Bake Off something like huge?
I've never seen it.
But it was like I'm not wrong, right? That's like a thing a lot of people were talking about for some odd reason.
Yeah, I mean it's on Netflix.
Oh, is it a Netflix original or was it just from the BBC?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Okay. Yeah. Anyways,
I don't really like baking shows. I like cooking shows. There's a difference.
Really? Well, you know what? I'm not gonna. Yeah, I mean, I feel like 100%. I was about to say like really, but then like no, you're right because I think baking is definitely. Eventually, everything gets mixed into like a bowl, and then it's going
like
into
out
the
of your
oven.
control once it goes into the oven, pretty much.
Well, I won't say it's well, I mean, yeah, maybe. Well, depending on whether or not you put the right ingredients in.
Yeah.
I would kind of feel like if an expert baker like was right next to you and you just followed along to the same step, like the same shit that he or she like put into the bowl and you did the same exact thing, like I feel like the same thing would come out. Like if you go into
should come out.
Yeah, should come out. Yeah. Like that would be hilarious. Like
unless it's a souffle, you could totally fuck that up.
I thought you really just fucked that up depending on like if you like touch it because you have to let it.
You can't
sit.
put it once you put it in the oven. You can't be like
this is
opening
a cooking
the oven to check it.
now.
It's a baking podcast.
Yeah,
That's
right,
what we're talking about.
Yeah.
If you put the souffle
is
in
cooking
the oven,
not baking though? Isn't it like baking falls under cooking? But no,
it's two separate things. Okay. Cause like you can, I would say making a salad is cooking, but you don't actually have to like. Is cook it?
I was about to say that. Like if you just
still have to like cut up vegetables and stuff. That's part of cooking.
So when I put a sandwich together, am I cooking?
Yeah, I would say yes.
Okay.
But like, I mean, technically,
I'm a master chef.
I mean, technically, you're not actually making. Like, you're not really doing anything.
I toast the bread.
Other than that, like most people don't really toast bread. Like I don't toast bread for my sandwiches.
I do.
Like, it's because you're a sociopath.
I am probably. Who knows?
But like,
wink.
If you didn't toast your bread, you're not. You're not cooking. Lunch meat comes out of the container. Cheese comes out of the cheese.
Yeah, well, if I was healthy and responsible, I could cut up vegetables, and then to your point, that's me cooking.
Yeah.
The moment I take a blade and cut something, now I'm cooking. You should just
buy the blade down and let the chicken go.
Just buy like a giant thing of like ham and just cut off the slices and really.
Yeah, you can carve your own ham or chicken.
Carve my own ham. That sounds.
Yeah.
Sounds.
But anyway, what the fuck are we talking about?
I love it when we tangent and talk about nothing nerdy at all at the start of the episode.
All right,
those are always the best.
All right. I mean, we are. It is nerdy. I'm just letting you know. I'm actually cooking and baking are two different things, Tito.
I feel like one falls into one category and the other one doesn't.
Yeah, it falls into the culinary arts, you motherfucker.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's what it is. I was thinking more like squares and rectangles, where like a square is a rectangle, but a rectangle isn't a square. That's what I meant. Like,
I understand what you were trying to say.
You know, just mixing. I don't know. But yeah, anyways.
Yeah, like it's like you were saying, baking is more about following rules. You have to follow rules.
I still feel like there's rules for cooking too. It's kind of like the same thing where you have.
In cooking, you really just don't burn shit.
Well, I feel like it's not just that too.
No,
like sometimes you have to be skillful.
But you don't have to be exact. Like you can keep adding like salt and pepper and just because a lot of the stuff is like to taste. It's like if you taste it and you're like, this is good for me, then that's good. But in baking, you can't be like, instead of a full cup of flour, I'll only add a half cup of flour.
Add
you
2
will fuck
shots
up.
of vodka.
Yeah, like baking is chemistry.
Yes.
And cooking's not.
So I mean, if you're trying to be like a cake boss though, like after the fact that the cake has already been like made or any other pastry, I still feel like obviously all the artwork that goes in after that might just I mean at that point I think it's just art. I think you cut away from that being baking or cooking. You're fucking really good with your hands.
Yeah. I mean that I mean I would say that pretty much all cooking is like a form of art. It's a form of expression. You're expressing yourself.
Jesus Christ.
Just breaking shit. Well, there's something I'm gonna have to fix and post, you son of a bitch.
It's me. I was expressing myself.
Yeah. Imagination.
That's what I was doing. Anyways, back to what the hot take was supposed to be about.
Yeah, you haven't even said it yet.
Yeah, I haven't. How did we go from Disney to cooking?
Because I said Kristen Bell was on it. You asked me about Kristen Bell's show, and I could be 100% wrong. It might not even be about cooking. And then we just talked about cooking for no fucking reason.
The
more you know.
The more there's a new trailer for a new Disney Plus movie just came out. Which may
you said Disney Plus movie. Yeah, we just said Disney, it's just a Disney movie.
Yeah, I'm sorry. ATM machine, guys. It's redundant. Encanto. It looks like let me just smack the table real quick, knock over all of our figurines.
Yeah, just relax there, buddy.
Encanto's a trailer came out for it, and it looks really cool. It looks like they live in like a giant house full of like super powered
magic
people.
User babies.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but did you see the trailer? What do you think?
Yeah, I saw the trailer. I don't even know if I was on IMDb and it was just like popped up, or if I was like scrolling Instagram and it was just like, hey, new trailer, or it might have even been on YouTube. But I clicked on it. Yeah, I watched it. I mean, I like Disney movies, so looks cool. It's set in a South American country. Mm-hmm. They do say it. I just don't remember. They say it in the trailer.
I know one of the things that, like, if you paid attention to the trailer, you could notice. I think they're trying to incorporate, like, at some point or another, like, obviously it's set in one place, but they're trying to incorporate, like, all facets of the Latin American community. So, like, people are going to be, I think, from all over the place. Because this one, like, the way I
it just looks like it was one family, though. It's like all the family has powers except for the main character. I'm assuming is the main character.
Yeah.
She, and, like, there's, like, the one point in the commercial where the kids are like, oh, you don't have a special thing. And then she was like, actually, my special thing is that I don't have a special thing or whatever. So that makes me extra special. And the kids are all like, yeah, not really or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, it looks cool. It's basically, like you said, it's about a family that all live together.
It's like the X-Mansion.
Yeah, it's a Hispanic. it's a Hispanic X-Men.
Yeah, that's what it is. Except Disney format.
Yeah. Well, Disney owns Marvel, so
yeah. So probably no cryptic, horrible origin stories, but
So yeah, it looks cool. Yeah, I want to watch it. I don't remember when it said it was coming out.
I also don't remember. But I just remember I thought the trailer was really cool.
It looks cool.
All right, cool. Just long pause.
Well, and here's some picture of my dog's paws.
Yeah, just long pause.
I feel like I watched commercials for like other stuff recently, but I don't know. I can't remember.
So,
actually, you know what? Just gonna jump into this real quick.
Jump into it. Do it.
Speaking of Disney movies, I haven't forgot about my quest to watch all the animated Disney movies.
Someone probably. I hope there's just a fan out there that every episode that comes out, they're just like, "Where is Junior?
He hasn't talked
in this
about
list of Disney movies. He hasn't said anything."
I'm still watching them. So recently, I watched like 4 or 5 of them. I watched I watched James and the Giant Peach, which I hadn't seen in forever. And then I watched The Hunchback of Notre Dame, which is, holy shit, to this day, still gives me major chills. That movie is just so fucking good. It's so good. I watched Beauty and the Beast, The Enchanted Christmas. which has Tim Curry as the villain in that one. He voices the giant organ. Do you remember that movie?
Yes, I do. Like I didn't until you mentioned that there was a giant organ as a villain, and I do remember that.
Yeah. Then Hercules. And Pooh's Grand Adventure.
Hercules? That was right before Pooh's Grand Adventure?
Yes, it was.
Oh, damn it.
And Pooh's Grand Adventure.
Which is about... Friends call me Meg. At least they would if I had any.
That one, the Winnie the Pooh's Grand Adventure, that one's funny because Christopher Robin tells Pooh that he's going to school and, like, whatever. And he leaves him a letter. But then Pooh, being the lover of honey that he is, ends up spilling honey all over the letter. So then it gets like messed up. And when Owl reads it, he's like, oh, he's gone off to Skull. He's been kidnapped by Skull or whatever. And then they think that like Christopher Robin's like in some evil place. But along the way, Pooh
they still find, what is it? They find Skull Mountain. Isn't that what it is?
It's like the Skull Cave or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But along the way, all the characters like find something within themselves. It's kind of like Wizard of Oz in a way. Like Rabbit like figures out that he's like really smart, and Piglet finds out he's brave, and Tigger finds out that he's the best bouncer ever, even though because he was having troubles at the beginning of the movie. And Eeyore's just Eeyore.
The wonderful thing about Tigger.
And yeah. Pooh, and then Christopher Robin ends up finding him. He actually finds and rescues them, and they all live happily ever after. Whatever. But yeah, I hadn't seen that movie in a long time since I was a kid. So
the 100 Acre Woods is just inside of Christopher Robin's imagination, right? Or is that like?
No, it's like a place that he goes to.
Okay.
It's like he like goes through like a tree
because everybody's a stuffed animal, right?
Yes.
It kind of reminds me as if like Christopher, like Calvin and Hobbes, like how Hobbes is that stuffed tiger.
Yes.
But like when people are around, you notice, dude, great comics.
Yeah, it is. That's a great comic.
I loved all of those growing up, buying like the huge books of it. Although some of them had some super, super deep undertones sometimes with some of the conversations that Calvin and Hobbes would have.
But I also like their imagination, the imagination ones that you saw of them, like when they were playing, but the comics actually like drew them out, like they're in space and they're shooting, and then all of a sudden it goes to the next panel and it's like them sitting in a laundry basket.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's so cool.
Fantastic, guys.
Yeah. And next I'll be watching like Beauty and the Beast, Belle's Magical World. Like that one I didn't even remember. I don't even know if I've ever seen that one, but I was like, wow, why is there so many like Beauty and the Beast ones? But I'm excited for A Bug's Life after that.
Oh, great. Warrior Bugs. Is Ants on there or no?
No, Ants is a DreamWorks movie.
How does Disney not own DreamWorks yet?
Because DreamWorks is DreamWorks.
I feel like
they have Shrek, dude. They have like big movies.
Yeah, but acquiring Marvel, I feel like, is a way bigger feat.
No, it's not. Marvel was a comic book. Marvel was comics. It's not the same as movies. The comics aren't making more money than the fucking movie industry is.
I guess you have a point.
Like before that, they were affiliated. Like you have to remember, like the movie studios that own the rights had to buy the rights, but they only bought the rights of one character. They weren't like, hey, we want to buy Marvel. Like Sony was like, hey, we want to buy Spider-Man.
Yeah, they were selling characters off.
Yeah, exactly. They were like, hey, we want to buy Spider-Man. Hey, we want to buy the Fantastic Four. Hey, we want to buy Blade.
You got to imagine there's intelligent people running these companies that you would be like, oh, let's buy a character at a time instead of like, dude, you guys remember that these comics all turn to ensemble casts and we're buying like one person at a time.
Yeah, I mean, like here's the thing, like you could get away with like bigger ones like Spider-Man. You could get away with buying a Spider-Man and not being able to make like 10 movies if you wanted to of just Spider-Man. They didn't, and plus they could have bought smaller characters to cross over with Spider-Man, like Black Cat and other characters like that. they didn't necessarily have to like.
But that would have been really silly because like that's something that people talk about even now. Like Venom having a standalone film isn't an issue that anybody has with it. But the bigger issue is obviously Venom is a Spider-Man character to the point of like if they don't exist in the same universe or they're not able to like meet up, like to a lot of people it's almost like it defeats the purpose of like, yeah, we love Venom and we love seeing his own movies, but you're really going to tell me like, you know, him and Spider-Man aren't like, you know, within reach of each other because they completely changed.
Well, I don't think that this Venom, this Eddie Brock Venom, it would be Tom Holland's Spider-Man Venom. Like, presumably they would be around the same age, and Tom Hardy's like 40 or older.
Well, I mean, yeah, he's definitely. I mean, they don't say what Eddie Brock's age is in the movie, but yeah, he's definitely an adult while Tom Holland is still in high school so far.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like at this point, if you saw a hero type in this, you might see like a Miles Morales.
I mean, you could correct me if I'm wrong, and please do, because I love to hear from you guys. Please just reach out to us. Eddie Brock doesn't go to school with Peter Parker. Flash Thompson does. And Flash Thompson does eventually also become another iteration of Venom. Eddie Brock is introduced at like once Peter starts working as a photographer. So like there's no indication that Eddie Brock hasn't always been older than Peter Parker. So they could still technically be in the same universe. What I'm saying more...
For the Daily Bugle.
Yeah, what I'm saying more as is that because the symbiote first attaches to Spider-Man before like it attaches to Eddie Brock and then eventually Flash Thompson, like because it pretty much steals properties from Peter Parker, like his Spider-Man abilities, and then they like, you know, give it to Eddie Brock or whoever's wearing like the symbiote. But they didn't really, I wouldn't really say they gave Venom spider-like qualities, obviously in the movie. They made him way more like just like goopy, like stuff just shoots out everywhere and he does whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, Venom in like the comics and stuff, he shoots webs from like the top of his hand. They're like, I don't know, cartridges or whatever it is, but yeah, does that.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know who would... They would have to basically get like a new Spider-Man.
I don't even think they same thing. He doesn't have the symbol because he doesn't have a spider symbol on his chest. There's nothing's there. It's just all symbiote black goopiness. Like the only thing that's like really cool, obviously, is still like the giant white eyes and then the like mouth with the super long tongue.
Yeah.
And they also
I haven't seen Venom like other than the first time I watched it.
I think I saw
it
twice.
Again.
I think I saw it twice.
I'd like to. I didn't think it was a bad movie, but like
I think I went to go see it with my buddy Josh and we had been drinking beforehand and there was like parts of it that I didn't remember and then I saw it again I think with Brian or with you, I can't remember. But I did watch it twice.
Cool. Well, anyway,
I don't know what was
I was just talking about Disney movies.
I was about to say I don't think
I was just talking about Disney movies. We like tangented off into Marvel.
Yeah, which is still owned by Disney. So it all tracks. It tracks, guys. But we'll lead into once again fan favorite segment known as
Anime is an important part of our culture.
And for this week, we talked about last week how we want to like watch the beginning of an anime. And then kind of give it like a small review. I think we agreed on like the first 3 episodes. But then we also talked about how we want to review... Because you've only seen... We were looking at all the Studio Ghibli movies. You've only seen one of them.
Yeah, it was the one that we owned when we were kids.
Yeah, just Kiki's Delivery Service. Which obviously I have 2. And then I saw, I think, 2 or 3 more.
I haven't seen that movie in years though. Like, that it's so
weird.
Let's
watch it again for sure.
It's so weird that like... I'm almost 30... But it's like, it's so weird that like, I'm like, I haven't seen that movie in like 20 years. And you're like, that's not true. And then I'm like, I don't know if I've seen that movie past when I was maybe when I was 11. Yeah. But like, that's still like 18 years. So it's like, it's close to 20 years.
It has been
I haven't seen that movie.
A very, very long time. Yeah. But
yeah,
one of the bigger ones that definitely like people will talk about is like Howl's Moving Castle or Castle in the Sky, which I used to think was the same movie, and then Princess Mononoke. So like those three, like I specifically very much would like to watch very, very soon. But we talked about it and then we didn't do it.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of them. The only ones that I'd actually heard of was Castle in the Sky and Spirited Away. Those are like the two other ones that I remember like hearing about. But I've never seen those. Never seen any of them. Yeah, just Kiki's Delivery Service.
So that still, I don't know. Again, it just turns into like, because I feel like a lot of the times we don't think about immediately doing it. And then the one time we were about to try it, I had to go and get my car fixed. So, but that'll be coming up. So hopefully we'll be able to give solid reviews on other stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll just, I don't know. Hopefully we find some hidden gems. Like I definitely feel like you more often than me, like way more often than me, will actually like sit and like find like a hidden gem and then be like, wow, this one was really cool. And then I feel like I end up watching half of like the ending of the anime with you.
Yeah, because you always come down, you're like, what are you watching? And then I'm like, I'm watching this. And then, yeah.
I feel like I go off of a lot of recommendations. Like my anime list for like all the different animes that I want to watch, like in Crunchyroll, the ones that I have like bookmarked. Like I don't know why I don't just sit down and just watch some of them, but more often, like I still do end up watching a lot of anime because I keep up with so many that are like kicking out new episodes. I mean, like My Hero is about to get like really good. I feel like story wise, and especially with the characters' growth. I'm so glad Tokyo Revengers didn't end yet. Like I thought they were gonna cut the season at like episode 12, and we're still getting more episodes. I really think you're going to enjoy that one, but I do kind of feel like it has a slow start for like that. It might take a little while to kind of get over, but I cannot wait to see like everything they do with that. One Piece is literally about to just freaking bomb with an explosion of probably amazing episodes coming up, and I cannot wait for that.
Are you like not ready for that one to end yet, or like
One Piece?
Or also, like, do you think like are you like this could end in 50 more episodes, or are you like this literally won't end for another 200?
So
like how close are they to getting to what is it, Gold Roger's One Piece?
It's Laugh Tale, so they have to make it to the final island. To say that they're close,
but wasn't the captain's name Gold Roger?
Yeah, Gold D. Roger.
Gold D. Roger.
Yeah. It depends because they're like I said they're amidst like what's gonna be like a huge battle, and One Piece is notorious for like, especially when it comes to Luffy fights, they don't end in like one episode, 2 episodes, 3 episodes. There's like multiple episodes that kind of encompass like everything.
Yeah, that's like it's all this shit's going on at the same time.
So sometimes when I feel like people say like, oh, like it's supposed to be ending soon, I honestly feel like sometimes even some of the animators probably stretch out chapters and there's so much information again that is still kind of left unsaid.
What are questions right now that you're like, man, this happened like this happened 300 episodes ago, and what the fuck was this about?
I guess they would have to introduce it being like a huge plot point, but I mean, like you don't know who Luffy's mom is, so like I'm wondering if they'll ever
know who his dad is.
Yes, you know who Luffy's dad is. And then there's that, like, I honestly feel like there's a huge arc of, like, the Revolutionary Army, like, being a huge thing that, like, more often than not, it's just kind of, like, a side thing that's just like, well, this exists, but you don't really get to see what they're doing. So, like, I honestly feel like at some point they're going to converge and probably help. Either Luffy helps them or they help Luffy, like, one way or the other. Finding out what happened like 900 years ago when the world government was originally like created, like that's going to be a huge reveal that obviously still hasn't been answered. I would probably say, like in my mind, I would say the final big bad is probably Blackbeard and his crew, because that's the thing, they're not even there yet. And again, those are, you know, giant fights that are gonna have to happen. They're not just gonna end immediately.
So like Luffy's fighting people on both fronts. Like he fights other pirates. Well, I know he's fought other pirates, but like he fights other pirates and the merchant marines or whatever, and the marines or whatever.
Well, like because obviously the Marines are constantly trying to arrest all of them, especially with the bounties at what they're at now.
So like the Marines never like side with some of the other pirates to take on.
Well, they were siding.
Like, who would you say are the bad guys? Like everyone's just a bad. Like it's like if you're not Luffy's crew, everyone's a bad guy.
No, I would probably say I don't know.
And then would you consider Luffy's crew, because technically they're pirates? Would you consider them bad guys, and the merchant marines are actually good guys?
That's like saying, would you consider? Well, I don't know. I'm pretty sure he probably did some effed up shit here. Well, no, not really. I feel like Jack Sparrow, kind of comes out on top as being a pirate is the act of kind of like freedom. You're not encased by any laws, like you and your crew.
Well, yeah, you're lawless.
Yeah, you're
but
lawless.
You also steal.
But you don't have to steal. Like, being a pirate doesn't necessarily mean that you steal. You just kind of deal in a bunch of stuff. But like, there was that one, I think it's in the second Pirates of the Caribbean movie, where he meets up with that the leader of the trade company, and Jack Sparrow says, because I think he's just like, we were in business together, and then you like betrayed me and like got away with my goods or something like that. And Jack Sparrow goes, like, people aren't like goods. And then it's like kind of like easily, like you can see like probably Jack was contracted to deliver like slaves or something, and then he's like, no, like they're not. I'm not doing this. And then like obviously frees them. And I think that's what originally brands him as a pirate, because that's why he has that.
Yeah, he got branded.
Yeah, he got branded, or it's like a tattoo or something. Either way, it's something like that. So it's a mark that he's a pirate. So yeah, so pirates they're not inherently evil. It's more just about like the freedom to do, like, that's why Jack always refers to the Black Pearl as freedom. So yeah. I think like obviously if you're up against Luffy's crew, I would consider you probably the antagonist of like the crew for the time. But that doesn't, if everyone's going towards one goal, like it's more like rivals from time to time instead of saying like evil.
But like sometimes in animes or just in shows, mostly in animes, there's people that are like, "You're my rival," and then it's like, yes, they're rivals, but they're not trying to kill each other.
Yeah.
And it's like, this was like, "You're my rival." Also, and again, this might be the stupidest thing I've ever said. What if it turned out that fucking Goldie Roger was still alive?
No, you'd have a hell of a way to explain that. He gets his
he gets like beheaded, right?
Publicly executed.
Yeah, I was gonna say, never mind. Yeah, that's literally what happens. That's how the show starts. He goes like, he gets executed, and as he's saying, he tells the story of the One Piece.
That's barely a spoiler, because you find that out like right away in episode 1 that happens, because they talk about it all the time. One thing that's
the intro of the show. The narrator says that.
That was I wonder. Do they do that? Like, I remember they did that for when it was on Foxbox back when they like made it kind of like a kid's cartoon. That was, but I don't remember.
That was right before the song started.
Yeah. And come along and follow the moon.
Yeah.
All your hopes. Yeah. That's like the only One Piece theme. Like that, for being my favorite anime, it's like the songs have never been like good to me. Like the themes, no. I can't. Not a single one that I've ever downloaded.
The first one, yeah.
Not even that one. That one's just more like
One Piece.
This is kind of like, it's like the Pokemon theme song. Like, yeah, I can listen to it and it's fun. But
on Foxbox, it was gotta go.
Yeah, that one was dope as hell. But no, yeah, to say that I'm ready for it to end, probably never will be. Well, as long as like but I don't think it's ending in like the next 50 episodes. No,
yeah, but
way too much stuff.
But still, come on. Honestly, like, I know that we talked about this before, but like, honestly, you'd be prepared for it to go until you're like 50 years old,
dude,
and you'd still be okay.
Yeah, that's like saying like I'm gonna stop watching anime in my 50s. Hell no.
No. I didn't say that.
Yeah, but I'd be fine with it. I don't need, like, again.
You don't want Luffy, Tito. How many times have you been like, we just regular shows that have one episode a week that go for 40 minutes, and you go like, after season 5, this show should have ended.
Okay, but that's because it ends up sucking. Like, One Piece has never sucked.
They just keep adding arcs that you're like, I don't care about these pirates. I just want him to find the fucking treasure.
But they're not adding arcs. That's more like filler. And like sometimes I don't even know about filler. Yeah.
No, it's not about filler. It's just about the creators of the show just keep making it longer. What if you ask the creators and they're like, why hasn't Luffy found the treasure yet? And they're like, because we just want to make more money.
Dude, you have to
it's
get
like a cash grab.
He has to get, but he also has to get to a point. Like, that would be stupid to, like...
You just said you'd be okay with it if it went on for another 20 years.
No, yeah, I would. But you're also saying that, like, it's, like... You're making it seem like it's just keep on going and on going. Like, why hasn't it got either like repetitive or bad? And it's like there's so much. There's not only is there character growth, but also like in terms of experience / strength. Like that's why like Hunter x Hunter to me, even though like it ended like somewhere where like you want more so badly. I love that show because they didn't make Gon like this OP character. Like he constantly gets like riddled with wounds and beat up because he isn't up to par with what's going on. And like a really cool thing about like One Piece is that the fights aren't like one-sided, except for like new Zoro. Like 2-year gap Zoro like has somehow like just been a complete boss and a half, and he's like my favorite character. But still, it's just like, dude, give him someone that's like a little more competition. I feel like every time he goes up against someone, it's just like trash. Like, I'm just going to fold you in half, and guess what? I'm Zoro. Because he used to have these amazing battles in the first half of the Grand Line. So I'm hoping that he starts fighting some like way better enemies. So like that's the thing. Like you see them, growing. Like not just as a character, but also like strength and ability wise. So
I feel like a lot of shows do that now.
No, yeah, but that's why I'm saying like it's not like, getting boring or repetitive.
Deku was always fucking his shit up, and he's still fucking his shit up.
Yeah, but like that's the thing. Like
he's barely just learning new.
That's like saying. Would you
say
be
the same
fine?
thing as Dragon Ball Z? Goku wasn't always the most powerful. He was getting his ass kicked too.
I mean, I don't know.
Every single time a new character showed up, how many times has he fucking died?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Goku does die a lot.
What the hell are you talking about?
No, but this is only adding to my side of the argument, not yours. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it goes on going. It doesn't at all feel like
because they just keep adding a new, stronger character for them to overcome.
They're not adding. They're already there. They're already there. You already know about them. Luffy just hasn't encountered them yet. And they're not just going to throw all of them all at once because there's obviously levels to the
You didn't know about you didn't know about all of them at the beginning of the show.
Yes, you do. Like for all the big bads, like you meet them way before like Luffy gets to see them and or you hear them talk about them.
Like who?
Like the 4 emperors of the sea. Or like Blackbeard, yeah. See, or like the admirals of the Navy, like you get to see them, whether it's in action or briefly or whatever. Like you get to see all of that stuff, like earlier on.
But then, like that's what you would say,
or like the 7 warlords,
4 dudes, and then Blackbeard, and then however many admirals, and it's like in almost 1,000 episodes, he hasn't been able to defeat the 15 bad guys that there are.
It's also, again, like you didn't get too far into, so you don't really know the compass that they use to get from island to island. Like you have to stay on a specific island for a certain amount of time before it locks on to the next one because normal compasses don't work on the Grand Line.
Yeah.
So like they do a fantastic like Oda does a fantastic job of storytelling and getting you from point A to B. So again, there's no part of it.
Yeah, I'm not like hating on the show. I'm only asking like after this many, and again, perhaps it's just because it's your favorite and you're biased, but it's just like, how are you not like this show should have ended?
No,
this dude should have found the goddamn One Piece already. Like. If tomorrow the new episode was there was a giant hurricane and they got thrown back to the fucking first island and he's got to do this shit all over again,
you
would be like, fuck it, yeah, I believe that. Go ahead.
It's easy to say because you're not where I'm at. Like, honestly, everyone's reaction to One Piece who isn't like where I'm at, they like stop because it's like, nah, there's just too many episodes. I couldn't get into it like right away, but the more you watch, the more you get pulled in. And the argument of like it's too many episodes is such, no one's telling you to binge watch it in a month. Like watch a couple episodes a day. You'll eventually obviously get there.
Yeah, that's like the step. That's like the fucking the journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. Like yes,
yeah,
but
everyone's got a day one. You just have to get there. Like
But still, even if you watch like 3 episodes a day or some shit, which isn't a lot, it's like an hour's worth of watching.
Yeah.
3 episodes a day to the 900.
In a year, you'd be done.
That's a long time.
Yeah, well...
You know how many shows I could watch in a year?
You could still watch those other shows, too. If you're just spending 1 hour a day for One Piece, you could watch other stuff, too. Yeah, guys, watch One Piece. If you're not watching it, watch it.
I've tried it like 3 times, and it just... I got bored after 20 episodes. I pushed past it, made it to 70 episodes, and I just haven't gone. I haven't even made it to 100.
Yeah, it just gets just so much better, so much better.
Yeah, it's just again. That's why I've told you this 1,000 times. Like, I would rather watch short animes that end. Like, that's the other thing is like. I told you, I don't want to start more animes that are going to be 8 seasons or some shit.
If you give me a wholesome ending, it's fine. A shorter anime is fine if you give me a wholesome ending. But when there's so much like unanswered questions, like if I watched a 20 episode anime, but they left like, a bunch of like, even if they were sometimes smaller questions, it's stuff that I still want answered.
Well, there's stuff that gets canceled, but that's not the stuff that I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm not talking about canceled stuff either. I do I think it is kind of awesome that like if you go to, let's say like a signing or, you're just going to get like I guess that's what a signing, like an autograph of like an author or, some creator of some world that you fell in love with. But you have like this random question. Like I feel like what is it? Like George Lucas, like they do that with him with like Star Wars and stuff like that. No, wait, George Lucas is just a director. Whoever the creator of Star Wars was.
George Lucas.
Oh, it is him? I thought he was
just he created it.
Oh, I thought he was just a director.
No, George Lucas created Star Wars.
Oh, okay, so I was right. Yeah, so like people would ask him like questions that weren't in like any books or movies or TV shows or anything. And it's like literally the words that come out of his mouth breathe life into like an imagination. Even if he didn't think about it, the moment you say it, he's like, oh, this happened. And boom, it's like, all right, cool, question answered. So like, I love that type of shit too.
Yeah, but like, again, I would much rather just watch a bunch of short, good animes than one that's going to last forever. Because at the same time, in 1 year, I could watch like 20 episode animes and still that would only be like 400 episodes. It would still be less than half of One Piece.
Yeah, that's fine. You could totally do that. I'm not saying one or the other. I'm just saying watch One Piece. That's all.
Because like that's why like Black Clover is now like done until they like start it up again or whatever. So like now I'm just like cool. That's done. So
but you haven't even caught up to the ending though.
I know, but I'm still like, all right, cool. But I can catch up to it to whenever I want. There's no more episodes.
For now, yeah.
So I'm like, cool, that's done. And like the only one that I'm like, My Hero next season. But that's one that I'm watching that I'm like, this one will have a next season and this, and after that or whatever. But like, I don't want to get into like, I watch 15 animes and they're all still ongoing. So it's like, it's too much.
Well, but when they're
then you end up like mixing stories up.
When they're well, I mean, I don't do that, but I mean, everyone processes everything their own. When they're ongoing, it's extremely simple because it's just like I have a day that they come out and I just watch a couple of animes a day. Like I think 2 come out for me right now, 2 come out on Saturday. And like, I think also right now 2 come out on Sunday. And it's simple for me to just kind of keep up. If they were ongoing all year round, like, yeah, I would love that too. Even if I like
binging shows. Like, well, you know that about me.
Well, like both like you, me, and our younger brother we're like series junkies. So like that's just what we love to do.
But like also a show that's just over. I'm like, oh, there's 5 seasons of this, and it ended in 2015. I'll just watch all of it, and I'll be like, this was a good show, and that's it. I'm done with it. On to the next thing.
I'm pretty sure I mentioned it last week, but I really want to just take 3 days off from work, which is my work week, to have just 11 days off in a row, and just like I think I'm like on the verge of like 3 platinums for trophy wise, and then just binge watch a bunch of shows that have just been on a list that I just haven't been able to get to. Like I just need the time to be able to do that and not to have any constraints with it. So
all right. Well, anyway, segment over.
Yeah. Okay.
So since we've already been talking about it anyway, what have you been doing, watching, playing, whatever? I'm gonna go ahead and start. Obviously, like I said, I watched more Disney movies. I watched 2 shows to their like completion as of right now. I watched Aquafina's show that's on HBO Max called Nora from Queens.
You watched the whole first season, right?
Yeah, in one sitting. Mm-hmm. It was fucking hilarious. They're only like 25-minute episodes, and there's like 10 of them, so it didn't take me that long. Super fucking funny.
I didn't know she was as young as she is. I think we're the same age, or she's actually like a year or 2 younger than me.
Is she?
I think it said she was only 28.
Oh, I don't know. I thought she was a little bit. I thought we were the same age, or she was just either a year older or a year younger.
Well, you also said the show's based on her life, though, right? So maybe she's playing younger her, so maybe she is older.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'd have to like fucking look.
Well, yeah, we could easily look it up. We don't come prepared.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I wasn't gonna say anything about her age. It was you that said it.
Well, I'm pretty because I watched the first couple episodes with you and it was funny. But yeah, I think I remembered it said like.
Yeah, she's 33.
Okay, yeah. So I think she's playing younger her.
Yeah. But yeah, that show is really, really, really funny. You should check it out if you haven't already. So I watched that, and the 4th season of Elite on Netflix has been out for a while, and I just hadn't watched it yet.
Oh, I didn't ask you at all when you told me.
I almost watched it, and I almost did it without realizing it, but I started to get sleepy, so I went to bed. And I didn't go to bed that late. I went to bed at like 2 a.m., which is kind of like normal for me.
Which is not that late.
It's kind of like normal for me.
Yeah.
But I made it halfway through the 7th episode, and there was only 8 episodes in the season.
And you finished it?
Yeah, so like this morning I woke up and just finished it.
How was it?
It was good. They obviously had to. So basically, if you don't know anything about it,
if you don't know anything and you're completely,
if you don't know anything about, no, Elite is a 5 times better version of 13 Reasons Why. It's a high school drama, but this one is set in Spain.
So
it's a bunch of rich kids that go to this rich high school in Spain. But it's a high school drama. In the first season, there's like a murder, and you're trying to figure out who did it, whatever, and
who done it.
Everybody's sleeping with everybody, and there's threesomes and all this, all this shit's going on. But it's a really good show. I watch it in Spanish because we speak Spanish. Although I do have to watch it with subtitles because Spain Spanish is different from Mexico Spanish, which is what we speak. So I do have to watch it with subtitles so that I can follow along better. But you can watch it dubbed or just watch it with like English subtitles if you're interested. Super good show.
Did you ever try watching it dubbed?
No. I didn't.
Some of that stuff is always weird. Like one of my favorite animes, Erased, had a live action adaptation, and I tried watching it dubbed. And because I was just like, well, it's in English, so I can just watch it in English. And I couldn't, no, I didn't like it. I thought it was so weird, so I just ended up watching it just subbed.
Yeah, in season 1, they're like sophomores. Season 2, they're juniors. Season 3, they're seniors. So in season 3, a big chunk of the cast actually graduates and leaves.
The show?
Yeah.
Oh.
So in the 4th season, a few of them end up getting like expelled, or not expelled. They get like suspended, or they kind of get expelled, but they allow them to come back the following year. So they're kind of like repeating senior year because of events that happen in season 3.
So they're super seniors.
Yeah. And then there's newcomers to the school that are, the whole season kind of revolves around them. But the show is fucking amazing. The music is really good. I love like the music because they bring in like artists that I wouldn't have heard of because there will be like Spanish artists, And then they also use like European artists and stuff like that, which is also like English music. And I'm just like, who the fuck is this? I've never heard of this person before or whatever.
Yeah, what was it? There's the one song that Max really likes that was from Elite. What is it?
Yeah.
That one.
Hate You Till Forever.
Yeah, Hate You Till Forever. And then there was that one song. I think I was on my way out the door for work. And like it's just you were watching Elite and it's playing in the background. I think it was season 2, like towards the end of it. They're like at a prom or something, and I was just like, "Is this sounds like Spanish punk or something, or like Spanish rock or something?" I was like, "This song is awesome." And then I was like, "Hey Siri, what song is this?" And then just listen to it the entire way to work.
Yeah. So yeah, they just really good music. It's good acting. Yeah, like all these actors are really good. Another thing that I watched, so once I finished that, I had seen one of the characters that actually left the show. She didn't really, it wasn't really a spin-off, but they did like an Elite short story series, and it was just 3 like 15-minute episodes of her and one of the characters who's still on the show, the main character Samuel. And it was like about their like love story, because they kind of like get together in the 3rd season, but then she's like, I'm fucking leaving. I'm graduating. I'm fucking leaving. And I'm going to London. And this dude's like, yo, unanswered questions. What the fuck? Like, what about us or whatever? So right after I finished the 4th season, I watched that. It was like, again, it was like 3 15-minute episodes. So it was like watching one episode, and I just watched it back to back. So yeah, I watched that, Disney movies, the Aquafina show, been catching up on anime and stuff, and I've been playing. I haven't played in the last 2 days, but for 2 days in a row, I dedicated like 3 hours to Biomutant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I actually cleared out the entire first area.
Oh, nice.
So
I can go and take on one of the 4 beasts, like after some of the stuff that I've done. So
yeah, so I'm just gonna keep playing it. I kind of started to figure out the mechanics of like building better weapons and better armor and stuff.
yeah.
So I've been like, all right, I'm trying to give it more of a shot, more of a chance. I'm starting to find like harder enemies now, because like I'm like level 17 now.
You're level 17?
Yeah.
You said you so 6 hours in total in 2 days, and you're level 17.
Yeah. Well, when I started, I was level 11 when I like got back into it. So like I've only leveled up a handful of times, but yeah. I mean, like I'm having a little bit more fun now that like it's the combat isn't as clunky, but yeah, I'm trying to get through it, because I'm just like, I bought this game. Even if I went to return it to GameStop, they'd be like, here's, like we talked about, here's $15. I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Yeah.
So I was just like, no, I'm just gonna keep it. I'm just gonna play it. So I'm trying to get through it. I have to just muster up the courage to just try the Final Fantasy VII again and just get through that one mission. Honestly, I should just get through the game and then go back and get trophies, but I'm trying to like do this as much as I can in one shot.
Yeah.
So pretty much just that, and yeah, that's pretty much it. What about you? Oh, movie wise, actually, I'm not. Well, besides Disney, I don't think I've watched. Oh, I watched The Hobbit. I watched the first Hobbit, and I watched the second one, The Unexpected Journey and Desolation of Smog.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, I remember I was waking up and I was hearing like Smee Smash Smile.
Yeah, I tried to watch Mulan, and it was fucking trash. The live action.
Yeah, the live action.
I hated it. 3 minutes into it, and I hated it. The opening scene, and I was like, fuck this.
Not having it.
No, she was like automatically like a badass warrior. Like, she like falls off a roof, catches herself with a staff in the, like, she like sticks a staff into the wall, does like a flip and lands, and then like does like this pose, and I was like, fuck this.
And you
I
turned
just
it off
turned it
immediately?
off. I was like, fuck no. That's not Mulan. Like, take out Mushu, take out the music, but now all of a sudden Mulan's a badass at fucking 7 years old or whatever.
Oh, she was a child.
Yes. And I was like,
okay.
fuck this movie.
Okay.
Like, this is supposed to be a movie about like growth. Like I understand it's like also she breaks the mold because they're not allowed to be warriors or whatever, just like the original Mulan. Mm-hmm. Like she like found herself and like defied everybody, and it's like fuck yeah, badass.
But this one seemed like she was.
But it was just like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, no training whatsoever.
Yeah, because there wasn't gonna be I'll make a man out of you training montage. No. So it was just like how do we explain she's a badass? She was just already a badass. Oh, okay.
Born with innate ninja skills.
Yeah, and I was like, fuck that. Sorry, I ranted.
No, that's fine. I don't think we played a lot of I had a full day of D&D on Saturday, another day of D&D on Friday, and then I think I didn't work overtime last week, so I think I might have played maybe a little bit of Biomutant. Yeah, I played a little bit of Biomutant Thursday, and then it was either Thursday or Wednesday. But yeah, besides that, like no, I don't think I had any time to really do anything. I'm almost done with watching. Like I don't think I might revisit Fantasy High Season 2, but I don't know if I want to watch Season 2 of The Unsleeping City because, again, it was all over the Zoom call. And obviously no diss to, like, the role-playing and the stuff they do, but I do really love, like, the...
But you like Mice and Murder, and that was all over Zoom call.
Yeah. But the Mice and Murder, they still would do, like, the... You would get sometimes that computer monitor overview where you would see, like, where everyone was at, and then they also... Obviously, they did that in post... Or they would move the figure, like they still had figurines around, and they showed like different spots and like the sets that they still kind of built. So I thought that was really cool too. And plus, like I'm already coming off of the fact that for both Fantasy High and The Unsleeping City, like we had a full season of role playing and a battle episode and all the stuff that came with it. So I might just wait for like the next thing that they do. Especially now that COVID is over and it seems like they're going to be getting together, because they're doing right now that like Harry Potter role-playing one, but they said it's only like a 4-part episode thing. So
yeah.
Also,
we're about to get the third. Well, the third episode came out today.
Yeah. Also, I'll say one thing about it. Like, I feel like sometimes the DM for this season is like sometimes giving them leeway with like what to do. Like, oh, tell me what's going on. It's like, no, that's what you're supposed to be doing. Like, I mean, yeah, if you know beforehand. Plus, I didn't understand the mechanics right away, but episode 2 really cleared up what they're doing. So, but yeah, I haven't done too much besides that. So yeah, but moving forward again, like we've spent a bunch of time on these first couple of segments. And again, I said like, I mean, we'll see how long this takes, but because you might get some of these really quick. We have like a little game that Junior had kind of talked about wanting to do for a while.
And I was going to do it for Tito.
Originally, he pitched it for me, but I feel like, and it's not so much obviously, I mean, yeah, hopefully you don't immediately just spit them out, but I feel like you would get these a lot easier than I would, and I feel like me, like if it was reversed, it would just be a lot of just I wouldn't understand any of them. A couple of them I do kind of feel like are give me's, like if you pay attention to what they are.
So I'm gonna say this, if so that there isn't a whole bunch of because I don't want this to turn into super long, especially if it doesn't have to. If right away I'm like, okay. Like right away, like, all right, cool. If I don't get it right away, like give me a couple seconds. But if I'm not getting it, for hint wise, I'll like leave it up to you how you want to try to do the hints. But what I was thinking is either give me an actor that's in the movie that won't necessarily give it away, or the name of one character in the movie.
All but 2 of these I know for certain that you've seen the movie, and there's a good chance you probably have also seen the 2 that I just don't know for sure. And obviously, like when I was making the game, I wasn't gonna ask you like, have you seen this movie?
Yeah, yes.
But anyways, to more of the explanation of the game, you guys probably know movies. A lot of time with either it's in the trailer or maybe it's got like a movie poster. But a lot of movies have taglines like.
So this is called "What's That Tagline Movie?" I have no idea. I just made that up.
I feel like you could probably stop with "What's that tagline?"
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, so essentially, I'm going to give Junior the taglines of the movies, and then we'll see if he can kind of guess what the movie are. I've got 12 set up. Again, some of them you might be able to get right off the bat.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
I'm pretty sure that was on there, but I don't think that wasn't one of them.
Okay.
So we'll start with the first one, which may or may not again be one of those gimmies. But we'll take it away with this. So the first one goes like this, and everyone of us obviously at home, play along, see if you can either beat Junior's score or at least beat him to the punch with the answers. They were 7, and they fought like 700.
The Magnificent Seven?
Yep, that's exactly right. Correct. Bing, that's 1 point. Moving right along. He may be dead, but he's the life of the party.
Shit. I feel like I know exactly what this is in a Weekend at Bernie's.
It is Weekend at Bernie's.
I've never seen that.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
No, I haven't.
I haven't either. I thought that would have been one that was probably on your list.
that's on my list because like people talk about it all the time.
I didn't
and it's
know
referenced so much, but I'm like, I need to see this movie.
I didn't know that he's like dead in the movie though.
The thing is, like, people also like reference it and they're like, how was this movie made? Like, who pitched this? Like, check it out. There's a dead guy, but we need to make it look like he's alive for the entire weekend. Otherwise, it's like, yo, you're both going to prison. This is illegal.
Yeah. Well, even
if he died on accident,
that got a not a revamp. It was, or the situation was kind of copied for that. They did a Bachelorette movie like that.
Yeah.
Where they accidentally killed a stripper and then they take him around like the town or whatever.
In fact, the stripper actually just like slips and falls or some shit. Or she's like, I don't want to do this, and kind of like pushes him off. Oh, and he slips and falls and hits his head and dies.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, fuck, we just killed him.
Yeah. So that's also basically a Weekend at Bernie's. If at first you don't succeed, lower your standards.
Oh, shit. Is this a rom-com?
No.
Okay. Because immediately I was like, it's a rom-com.
Oh, God.
Superbad?
No. It's an older movie than Superbad. Okay. That sounds terrible as a tagline for a rom-com or just romance in general.
Yeah, but
if you strike out, just lower your standards.
So
that does just immediately remind me of Bo Burnham's song.
Okay, if at first you don't succeed, lower your standards. No, I'm gonna need a.
If I tell you who's in it, like I feel like you immediately get it.
Either give me an actor name or a name of a character.
Oh God, no! Name of a character would give it away immediately.
Okay, so then an actor.
David Spade is in this movie.
David Spade.
Yeah.
If at first you don't, Joe Dirt.
No, but that probably wouldn't be a bad tagline for Joe Dirt. If at first you don't
succeed, lower your standards.
I didn't want to give you the main character's name or the main character's actor's name because I feel like that would give it away.
Jesus, see, like right away I thought of something else, and that I'm like, that is a rom-com, but also like that's kind of fucked up if it was that.
What?
Shallow Hal?
No, okay, so I actually asked this to a couple friends at work, and yeah, they said Shallow Hal too for this tagline. It is not Shallow Hal.
Fuck.
It's older than Shallow Hal.
David Spade. I'm trying to think like older David Spade movies.
I feel like one would immediately come to mind. Would be an older David Spade movie.
Black Sheep.
No, I haven't seen that movie, and I have no idea what it's about.
The other one. I can't remember. Tommy Boy.
Yes, it is Tommy Boy.
Okay.
It's, yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't, like, if I would have said Chris Farley, you would have started just naming off Chris Farley movies.
Yeah.
Because and that one obviously makes more sense if you've seen the movie with the fact that Chris Farley, he's like the son of a senator, right? Or is it a governor?
Yeah, something like that. Or the brother's running for office.
Oh, something like that, yeah. And David Spade's just supposed to keep him out of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
This one will be definitely easy. You'll never go into the water again.
Jaws.
Yep, just right away. This one I thought was kind of cool. Hear the pictures, see the music.
Hear the pictures, see the music. Is it a kids movie?
Yeah.
Fantasia.
It is Fantasia, yeah. His story will touch you, even though he can't.
Bubble Boy.
No, but this would have been a good.
God damn.
This would have been a good tagline for Bubble Boy. That was definitely a really good guess.
Yeah, I was like, this is too easy. His story will touch you even though he can't.
God, what a great movie. Bubble Boy's awesome.
Yeah. And there was that is a remake turned into a comedy.
Yeah, because it's originally with John Travolta.
John Travolta called The Boy in the Bubble.
Yeah. Yeah, that's more like a
it's like a drama. It's like a more serious movie.
Like a tearjerker, yeah.
Yeah. Fuck. It's his.
Have you seen Boy in the Bubble?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
I just knew that it was a remake.
Same thing. Yeah, I knew that it's John Travolta in that one.
So what was the tagline again?
His story will touch you, even though he can't.
Damn it! I was like Bubble Boy, even though he can't. So what? He has no arms. What the fuck?
No arms. He definitely got arms.
He just got no fingers. No, he got no feeling. Shit.
No, I wouldn't say. Well,
I'm not trying to make you give me shit. Here's the thing. You know, like when your brain, you think something, and now my brain is just stuck. Like it's Bubble Boy. I don't know. Tito's not.
Even though I know it's wrong,
Tito's saying it's not Bubble Boy, but it's Bubble Boy. Yeah. And like now, I just can't like think of anything else. All right. Hint: character or
Winona Ryder is in this movie.
Winona Ryder. Shit. I mean, she's been in a lot of movies.
Yeah, it's older.
I mean, more recently, we just watched Dracula.
Yeah.
It's not that.
It's probably after Dracula.
Well, Dracula was from like 1992.
He might be right around.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know when this movie came out, but I know it's older. I don't think it's a 2000 movie. It definitely probably would be a 90s movie. I would probably be okay with finding out it was from the 80s, but it's got to be after.
All right, I'm gonna give up.
You're gonna give up?
Yeah, but I mean, if you start giving me more hints, you might just give it away. I think, and I seriously, it's just like Bubble Boy. And I'm like Winona Ryder.
Okay,
what if movies.
I'll say, even though he can't. So his story will touch you, even though he can't. I'll say that he can't touch because it would be painful.
Painful to him or painful to people?
Painful for him to touch you.
Oh, I immediately figured it out now. It's Edward Scissorhands.
It is Edward Scissorhands, yeah. Which I know I saw that when I was younger. Couldn't tell you what happened in the movie at all, besides the like one scene where he like cuts up a bunch of bushes.
He also accidentally like cuts up Winona Ryder's face.
I thought he does that to like his father.
No, he does that to her.
Oh, okay.
I think he dies at the end of the movie.
Edward?
Yeah, I think the like townspeople like come after him.
Spoiler alert. Yeah.
It's kind of like a Frankenstein movie in a way. Like they're like, we got to come after Frank. Like everyone's like, oh yeah, he gives haircuts and he's a nice guy, and then he tries to, like you said, he tries to like, I think she trips and falls or something, and he tries to like help her up, and he like scratches her face and like cuts her hand or something.
Is that a Tim Burton movie?
Yeah.
Okay. Of course it is, Johnny Depp. Reality is a thing of the past.
Reality is a thing.
Or maybe I should. Reality is a thing of the past.
The Matrix.
It is The Matrix. I think it was probably after the like fourth time I watched that movie that I really understood, like towards the beginning when Morpheus is giving the explanation to Neo the first time they jack him back into the Matrix, and he like shows that they turned human beings into like basically a thermal energy source. That clicked with me. I didn't understand.
Yeah, they're basically like all the human race basically batteries.
Yeah, I didn't understand that at all as a child. I was like, I have no idea what's going on, but when they fight, it's super cool. His whole life was 1,000,000 to 1 shot.
Mr. Deeds.
No.
His whole life was 1,000,000 to 1 shot.
This movie is not a comedy.
Not a comedy.
Not a comedy. This is definitely a drama.
Forrest Gump.
No. I'm pretty sure Forrest Gump has a more famous tagline.
Yeah, probably. His whole life was 1,000,000 to 1 shot. I mean, it sounds like a sex thing. Like,
no, it's not a sex thing.
Like, that was the sperm that made it. 1,000,000 to 1 shot.
Yeah,
and I won, motherfuckers.
We all did, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks
if you're here, you won. You're a winner automatically because you're fucking here. Shit. His whole life was 1,000,000 to 1 shot.
I only know one actor name from this movie too.
Jesus. Is it a Will Smith movie?
It is not. It's an older movie.
Older.
Yeah.
Is this one of the ones that you're like, is this the one where you're like, maybe you've seen this? Is
no,
that the
no,
other one?
this one 100% you've seen.
Oh, okay.
No, Weekend at Bernie's is one of them, and then the last one is one that I'm not sure if you've seen or not.
All right. Well then, hint me, baby.
Training montage.
Rocky?
Yes, it is Rocky. Yeah. I couldn't say Sylvester Stallone because that's a dead giveaway. But yeah, this one's Rocky. Which, like, it is a good tagline for it, to the point of, like, because he wasn't a professional boxer, right? Like, he just randomly decided to, like, join.
Well, he started boxing.
Yeah, he just randomly started boxing and then just jumped into it. It wasn't.
I've seen the first one, but it was a long time ago. My favorite one is Rocky 4. Is the best one. I don't care what anybody says. Rocky 4 is the best one.
Yeah, with Dolph Lundgren. Yeah, there's no competition. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't the first and second both with Apollo?
No, I don't think so.
Because Mr. T is the third one, right?
Yes.
Did you ever watch the fifth one with the street fight?
I've seen it once.
I never watched that one.
Garbage.
Garbaggio?
Yes.
All right. Check in, relax, take a shower.
Come down to the coast.
Mm-hmm. Have some laughs.
Have some laughs. Check in, relax, take a shower.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, something with a shower.
I mean, I would...
Psycho.
It is Psycho. I was going to say, do the first one first, because the first one's more of a giveaway than I would say take a shower.
No, because the shower is the big thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, there's something that has to do with a shower. That was the only thing that I could think of.
All right. The longer you wait, the harder it gets.
Something to do with studying?
No.
Tests of some sort? The longer you wait, the harder it gets. A penis.
Yes. This one is supposed to be a sexual pun.
American Pie.
No. But that wouldn't be... I feel like that one's tagline probably had something to do with apple pie.
Yeah. The longer you wait, the harder it gets. This one has to do with sex. Comedy or
yes.
rom-com?
Comedy.
Comedy.
Although, like, a lot of comedies do sometimes have some romance aspect to it.
Yeah, but it's not like a romantic comedy.
Yeah. Because a lot of the times I feel like it's just like whatever the love interest is way more of a side character that just kind of gets resolved in the end, and it's way more shenanigans that are just supposed to be funny.
Yeah, like Austin Powers has like Goldmember, like Austin gets Beyonce with Knowles at the end or whatever, but it's not about Austin and Beyonce Knowles getting together.
Yeah, it's way more just funny.
The longer you wait, the harder it gets. Shit. I know there's just so many comedies. I can't think of. Like specifically a sex comedy is the American Pie movies.
Mm-hmm.
All right, give me a hint.
Oh, you know what? Seth Rogen is in this movie.
Seth Rogen.
Mm-hmm. He's not the main character, but he's in this movie.
Shit.
Right? Am I thinking about that correctly? I'm pretty sure he is.
So it's not going to be Knocked Up. This is the end.
It's not I don't think that This Is the End is not a sexual movie.
Yeah, I know.
That's just a comedy. Let me make sure I didn't mess that up.
Oh, no. I know exactly. The 40-year-old virgin.
Yes, it is the 40-year-old
And
virgin.
yes, he's in it.
Okay.
He's one of the workers.
Yeah, he is. I was about to say, like, it wasn't someone...
yeah.
Last two. Same make, same model, new mission.
Mission Impossible?
No.
2.
It is a 2.
Oh, I know what it is. It's a Disney movie.
No, it's not.
It's not Cars 2?
It's not Cars 2.
I was like, that's the one he goes on a mission. Same make, same model.
Yeah, with that would be a good tagline for Cars 2. However, this movie came out way before Cars 2.
Too Fast, Too Furious.
No.
It's got to have to do with cars, right?
Nope.
Oh God. Same make, same model, new mission. Austin Powers 2.
No.
The Spy Who Shagged Me.
Nope.
No, the second one. Yeah, The Spy Who Shagged Me is the second one, right?
Yeah.
The first one's International Man of Mystery.
Yep.
Same make, same model, new mission. Is it one of the fucking James Bond movies?
It is not. No.
Man, I'm just trying to think of movies with missions.
But you're also thinking of Cars, though. It has nothing to do with Cars.
No. I just said James Bond. I didn't really. That one.
Yeah, but
really
how
a
does
car
same
one.
make and same model fit in with James Bond?
It doesn't. But you said it has nothing to do with cars.
Yeah. But same make and same model still has something to do with it.
Yeah. The same person. James Bond was the same person for a while.
I wouldn't say it's the same person.
Well, that's what I would assume with same make and model. Same make, same model, new person. It's not any of the Fast and Furious. It's not James Bond. It's not Austin Powers. New mission.
It's an action movie.
I was about to ask you. I was like, can you give me a hint without it being like a character, an action movie?
Yeah, this is another one where I don't know any of the actors besides the main character, really.
Bad Boys 2.
No. Older.
But it's a 2.
Mm-hmm.
Toy Story 2.
No, it's an action movie.
Oh, yeah.
Action movie.
Yeah. Fuck, man, I don't know.
Guns.
There's so many
blows up.
Okay.
I think this is still a 90s movie. I don't think it came out in the 2000s.
Oh, Jesus. Well, I was about to go 80s.
I don't know if it's that.
Terminator 2.
It is Terminator 2.
Okay.
Same make, same model, new mission.
It's 91, I believe.
And then the very last one is, you don't assign him to murder cases. You just turn him loose.
Lethal Weapon.
No.
I was about to guess Lethal Weapon 2 on the last one.
Oh.
And then all of a sudden, that's why I was like, that's the first one I'm going to say. You don't assign him to murder cases. You just turn him loose.
Yeah, this is the one where I'm not... again, something that I feel like would definitely be on your list, but I don't know if you've seen it.
Okay. Murder cases. So this is a cop drama.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's a cop drama. It might just be a cop action movie.
And he solves murders. You don't assign him to, what did it say, murder cases?
Yeah, you don't assign him to murder cases. You just turn him loose.
Turn him loose. Older or newer?
Older. Definitely older. Like this one is definitely 80s. It has to be. I don't think it would be the 70s. I guess. Well, it might. It could be.
Is it Kurt Russell?
It is not Kurt Russell.
Okay. Murders.
I would say the actor's even older than Kurt Russell.
Dirty Harry.
It is Dirty Harry. Have you seen it?
I have not seen Dirty Harry.
Okay, so I was right on both accounts. You haven't seen either of those movies, but you knew the movie though.
Yeah, you know what? Because you know what? I think that was the original. He's a loose cannon. Like I think the term loose cannon was coined by that movie.
I'm surprised that The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly was higher up on your list than Dirty Harry was, because Dirty Harry's the movie that coined the phrase. You gotta ask yourself.
Do you feel lucky?
Yeah.
Punk? Well, do you?
Well, do you?
Yeah, but you got to remember that I was playing Red Dead Redemption 2, and when I'm playing a video game, I like to watch.
Oh yeah, that's when you watch it, right? Yeah,
that are like the game I'm playing. So I was watching an ass load of westerns.
Isn't Dirty Harry part of like a trilogy too?
I think there's multiple where he plays the character, but I don't think it necessarily was like a trilogy. Technically, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, for a fistful of dollars more, and The Man with No Name, I believe is the other one, weren't intended to be
like sequels,
like trilogies.
Oh,
people just grouped them together because
Clint Eastwood
plays the same guy, and they kind of like repeatedly call him like the Man with No Name or whatever.
Doesn't he get a different name in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly?
He does. He gets named like a few times, but they just call him the Man with No Name. But yeah, I've only seen The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I haven't seen the other two.
Yeah.
Which was a 3-hour movie.
Wasn't the bad guy in that called like Angel Eyes or something?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Nailed it. Got them all.
Did I get them all?
Yeah. I mean, I gave you some hints here and there, but yeah, you got them all.
Oh, I almost gave up on one.
I feel like you did say you gave up, but then I told you like wait.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna give up on this one.
On Edward Scissorhands, you said you gave up, but then I told you I was just like, he can't touch you because it'll hurt you. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, if anyone played at home, hopefully you guys were able to get them quicker than Junior. But I mean, yeah, you did get some of them right off the bat.
Yeah. Also, let us know if you like this game. If you guys would want to see us do this game again with different taglines, or if you'd like to. Well, Tito probably won't really. Again, I think that if I also just do movies that you've done, maybe we can do like a Disney edition.
We could, yeah.
Or
tell us about any games that you guys would want to see us kind of play, something that we can come up with for your guys' pleasure. I mean, that's what we do this for. I mean, we have fun doing it, but we love that you guys love it.
Yeah. But anyways, guys, where can they find you, Tito?
You guys can always find me at Twitter and Instagram at BanditoTito93. You can always at me or just shoot me a DM, talk to me about the show, talk to me about anything nerdy, or just hit me up. What about you, Junior? Where can they find you?
You guys can find me at pops.maniac on Instagram, as well as nerdy.bros.inc on Instagram. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and watch my other videos that have nothing to do with the podcast. I'd really appreciate it. Me and Megan, my girlfriend, just did it was a long video. It was like a 50-minute video where we opened up a bunch of Funko soda cans to see how many chases, which are like the more rare ones, that we could pull. So you guys could go and check that one out. We also ate some of the Harry Potter Birdie Bots jelly beans, and we got some pretty disgusting ones. So it's pretty funny.
Cool.
But anyways, guys, have a good week.
Yeah, okay, guys. Bye.